I'm sippin', 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 I'm sippin'.
Sippin', I'm 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 sippin'.
There's positive shit going on in the city.
Yeah.
Tri-state, all that. It's just they're not getting enough light, I don't believe.
What's the name is just starting to add that to their programming on, what is it, the CWK?
Really?
Yeah, because GLOCAWEAR was on there. Actually, a guy that he just started a radio show at our at GLOCAWEAR. He's a part of their film staff, film crew at the news, and he goes around the community. He actually recommends people in the community for them to do little exposés on.
Oh shit!
So they did one at GLOCAWEAR. Mike Jarrett came through. The other guy, the wild guy that goes in the morning time to all the places, he was in there too. But they're just starting to do that. It was a segment that they was doing once a month that they're trying to do once a week now.
Okay.
So they see the need. But like that's why we keep promoting On the Scene magazine with Saf, because it's like if we getting everything from online, instead of subscribing to all that other shit that tell you all the bullshit, subscribe to On the Scene and see some positive shit on your feed for once. Like we can solve a lot of these problems ourselves. But people have to know what's available. It just goes back to the original point. The resources, the information is there, but people they get their news from the shade room. They get their news from TMZ. They look at their phone for the weather. Like, it's not a chance for them to really know what's going on. And half the time, they don't even know the weather.
Facts. Come on now.
You see, you came in dressed appropriately.
What? Like, no.
Motherfuckers be having jean jackets on, talking about it's freezing out there. Like, yo, I have no sympathy for you.
Like, come on, but there's coats.
This is Sippin' with Sammie. I am Sippin' with Sammie. Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't sippin' with Sammie, you ain't sippin' right. Get your fucking life together. Please, it's 2022 already. And I have the lovely Miss A got bars in the situation with me. The queen. How you doing, Miss A?
Great. How are you?
I'm good. Start off by saying we will have the great Rhythm HB joining us in a few, but we've been granted permission to start a little ahead of time and get into what Miss A got going on before that.
All right, so, let's go.
For y'all that don't know, Miss A is family.
Yes.
She's a part of the Freedom Thinkers Academy, which makes her family because son of the 215 is family.
What up, son? What up, Free?
Salute the Free, man, the legend. And ever since I've ever met Miss A, she came with a lot of energy, a lot of support, and a lot of love. And I've never seen anything else out of you. So I just wanted to say that I appreciate that. But tell my audience a little bit about you, what it is that you do, and what the Freedom Thinkers is, and what your role is.
Okay, so I am Miss A. Annalisa is my whole name. From New Jersey, South Jersey to be specific. Female MC. That part. Entrepreneur.
Heavy.
Affiliated with the Freedom Thinkers.
Absolutely.
I have a cleaning business. I'm a massage therapist. So I do a couple little things.
Ain't you a farmer too?
Yeah, I do have some land. So I do have some land I wanted to farm on, grow some hemp. So yeah, I do a lot. But right now I'm wearing my my hip hop hat. I'm wearing my FEMCEE hat. I don't want to say I took it off for a little bit. I never hung it up, but it's really go time this time.
Nah, I hear that. As far as hanging it up, Miss A is a beast. So
thank you.
It's like when you see it in people, like they could really spit, they really get it, they really know what their message is and what they embody to the people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because sometimes you gotta be able to see yourself through their lens.
Right.
To maintain.
Yeah, for real, absolutely.
I think when they take their breaks, or when you see that they're not putting things out or being in the light, we kind of always assume that they're either cooking or getting situated to cook up.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like a lot of the times, because you find them to be more strategic.
Right.
So it's hard to just keep bang, 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 bang when everything you making ain't going to be about smoking a backwood.
No, definitely not. You want to have some substance, you know what I mean? Like
gotta live
everything,
a little bit.
Yeah, experiences, like you said, live a little bit, travel, like see new things, new I don't know, like experiences. Like that's
because it's life. It's not. People always think sometimes, well, I gotta go around the world or do. No, sometimes you just gotta spend a week checking on grandma.
That's
for
it.
a couple days, and
That's
that'll bring you to a certain mindset or to a thought, or she'll mention something that you know what, that's something that I might need to touch on.
Yeah.
You just gotta live outside of the realm of people so-called demanding or asking of you to be able to get into where you need to be to do what you gotta do artistically. I think
You're right. And that was creating a lot of pressure. And you know, I had to tell myself, like, Ani, just always remember, like, you know, you have a passion for this. This is something you should always enjoy doing. You always have enjoyed doing it. But it was a moment in time where I didn't have fun. It felt like pressure. Like, it's like, damn. Like, then you still gotta live. You still gotta pay bills. There's still rent due. You could be a rapper all day, but you still gotta pay rent somewhere. And if you're not bringing in a whole bunch of money from rap or your music, then you got to do what you got to do to survive.
Restructuring.
Yeah, everything ain't about the studio all the time. I need money to get there. I need gas money to get there. I have to book the engineer. It costs to play. You get what I'm saying? Like,
and we gonna eat and all of that.
Yeah.
So it actually absolutely. I believe in that. You consider yourself a FEMCEE.
FEMCEE, yes.
FEMCEE. I like that term, but I don't. It's one of those things where you don't know what woman agrees with it or not.
Yeah,
when you say
I never thought about that though. Like, I just was like, you know, I'm an MC, but yeah, I'm a female too. So like, I don't know.
But as far as that, you've been rhyming for how many years?
Since 2003, 2004.
So you were right before the curve, and you seen the curve of female artists, especially in hip hop and rap.
Yes.
Where it's going, the highs, the lows, the felt like, all right, well, it's two of them now, so we gotta wait another 5 years.
That's it.
So when now it's like, oh, we need another one. We need another one.
Yeah, they're on high demand now. It's like, oh, okay.
And then you see the variations. You see everything from a city girl to a Rhapsody.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then you see a Remy come home and resurge and things like that. Like, how has that been for you, just motivation wise, or how does that shape how you think about if you want to go so hard or how you want to attack it?
Great question. It actually really warms my heart because, like you said, I was like at the beginning of, you know, that era when it was like, all right, it's only one female allowed, and that other next female got to beat her so she can be the top female. And so
label tricks too.
Yeah,
nothing to do with reality.
I felt like it was more pressure back then than it is now, because like you said, they're on high demand, and I get to see what these chicks are rapping about. You get what I'm saying? And seeing what I'm rapping about, it's like, okay, all right. Like, I'm still learning
and make
too.
you feel a little better about yourself sometimes. Like, nigga, I'm nice.
I still got it. Like, yeah,
nice.
all right, cool.
Yeah.
It's still a lane for me. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So nobody, Shay Noir, I hope I'm saying that right.
Shay Noir.
Shay Noir. Whoa. Yeah, she's that's like the lane. You
That's
feel
what
what
you
I'm
like,
saying?
yeah.
That's like the
feels right there.
But how I'm feeling right now, I want to be on some, like, you know, that Missy Elliott vibe. Like, I want to have more fun with it. Like, I know I could rap. I know I could spit a 16, but I want to get out my sweats. I want to have fun. I want to dance, because I'm a choreographer too. I haven't did it in years, but I've actually in high school, like, I've created dances that made it to the States and actually won. Like, so it's so much creative passion that I have that I'm just ready to just.
My sister was always big in choreography. She danced her whole life and taught dance her whole life. Like, similar to me, I coached right under my age group in basketball, and she kind of taught right under her age group and danced her whole life. You know what I mean? One of those kind of things. She was more talented than I was when I was coaching as a dancer. But at the same time, it put this thing in my head where I watch people's videos all the time. I watch people's stage performances. And it's like, y'all just need a choreographer, yo. Y'all need somebody to spend a little bit of time. It's not going to cost you that much.
At all.
But once y'all get it down, you could do this 30, 50, 100 times.
Yes.
But it'll be something that looks right, and it doesn't look cliche, and it doesn't look like you're just trying to model your specific body part.
That's it.
It flows better.
Yes.
So that's one of my pet peeves, and I never really get to speak on it like that because I'm a whole nigga, and
right, like
nobody want to hear me talk about their choreography.
Ain't nobody gonna be coming up in here. Yeah.
Like,
hold up.
You talk
that's
about
all I gotta do is shake my ass. Like, no, that's not it. We want to see. Put some moves with that. You get what I'm saying? Like, make it look sexy too. Like,
yeah, and the balance is what it is, because women I've seen go from the sexiest, smoothest move to hard stomp, and then you know what I mean. Look like they about to crunk real quick, and you be like, oh, all right, y'all turning up.
You know who stepped it up, like Bia, because I remember they were like roasting her because of her stage performance when she was looking pretty on the couch and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? But I know her next video, they can't touch this one. She actually had choreography. Like, I'm like, yo, go ahead, Bia. That's that shit. Like, she really, you could tell she took the time and like, yo, I really want to, you know. But I could see how being on like the VMAs or something would make you nervous as shit. Like,
and how much time did I have to transition from where I was to this opportunity?
Thank you. The lights flicked on, like, you know what? Let me just chill here.
And you know, who else you going up against that night? You dancing and it ain't right. It ain't no point.
Come on. I'm not even going to do it. I'm here to see her look pretty, you know? So I commend you, Bia. I love what you doing, for real.
No, that's dope to hear, because I do remember the couch thing that you talking about.
Yeah, I'm like, why they roasting her? But it's crazy. Like, choreography, dancing, like, that's something that Aaliyah, that's always my number one. Like, I used to study her videos, did a whole dedication, all that. Like, and her choreographer was Fatima. But I remember back in the day, like, people really used to look up that information. You really don't see a lot of, like,
no, nobody's digging into it
often.
But I think sometimes, just out of necessity, like, who's your competition, right?
Right.
You got a Tiana Taylor out here,
right,
that can sing, rap, direct, do choreography, dance better than anybody.
Right.
There is a 12-year-old Tiana Taylor. There's a 14-year-old Sierra somewhere.
Yeah.
There is a 15-year-old young Janet somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's going to be who you going up against. And even if you're not a natural dancer,
right,
you don't want to have the Mary stigma.
Right. Right.
So you try to figure it out a little bit.
Do something that's comfortable but still move. Like, we still got to be entertained.
And we love Mary, but we know she been doing the same moves the whole time.
Lil' Kim got certain moves. You know, like, so everybody got their certain moves. It's just me. I know I gotta. One thing Miss A has to do is, you know, and that's crazy that I was a model first. Like, so why is it so hard for me to get out of sweatpants and get out of hoodies and just stop? Like, stop living in that comfort zone when you know you got it, eh? Like, start dressing up a little bit.
I mean, I know where mine comes from. I had to wear certain stuff so much that it was like, if I ain't got to,
I'm not going to do it.
You know what I mean? Like, my idea of successful is when I don't have to wear anything but suits and sweatsuits.
Right.
Either we going somewhere or I'm going like this.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Like, but that's because I don't mind being sharp.
Right.
But denim seems to always be that midpoint that's like not exactly as comfortable as I want to be.
Right.
For less of a payoff.
Right. Exactly. I feel you 100% on
So
that.
as far as women clothing goes, I'm sure there's a lot
It's just like I need to not wear my sweats to the suit events.
Right,
I've been doing that. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what I gotta, like, relax. Like, yo, hey, come on, dress like a girl. So
I can dig it though.
Goal.
But I mean, one thing about what we do is you wind up wearing so many hats.
Yeah.
You said artistically, you already have so many things in your mind, and then you have things that you do outside of music that pay the bills.
Yeah.
Or balance out paying the bills, as I should probably say, that feed you in another artistic way. I would imagine.
Right. Yep.
You know what I mean? That
right.
has to be a balance for that. So it's understandable that there might be a thing that you like. I need to get a little better at that one.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But no one is half the battle.
Yeah. Thank you, because now I know what I need to work on. Like, it's, you know, like you said, as many hats you wear, and it's, you gotta, you know, take your time. That's why I said this. I'm gonna wear one hat at a time. Like, and music just really push it this time. And that is one of the things that I know is, you know, my lyrics, they're not bad. I could always spice up and get better, but the look.
So I want the look for you, since that's what you want, and I want you to start having fun.
Yes, and having fun.
I want you to make fun records. I want you, and matter of fact, we're gonna have some fun on one, because that's what I do. I have fun on records.
Right.
Because I'm beyond all of that. Like, you know, when it's that time, I know everybody else going crazy. I'm going crazy. But we gotta create vibes sometimes, and just stuff that
makes you dance. Like, not everything, like I said, not everything is just so rappy. Like, damn.
Space it out a little bit, man. Let it breathe. Give the people something to make it feel like they can sing along to. Right. Because that's another thing too. We take for granted that the average person that's trying to sing along to us could not sing along to a regular paced record with limited, you know what I mean, in cadence, on time.
Like, come on.
Like, it's not really a thing.
No, it's not.
So sometimes we overloading them. Like, everybody's core audience isn't AZ's core audience. Where you could, or your first record say, realizing, what do you say, visualizing the realism of life and actuality.
And then, like, you know,
how is that your first bar? Like, damn, you told everybody that, like, wasn't about lyrics.
Google this lyric. Like, nah, maybe back in the day, that's what, because I used to read the covers. But that was still limiting your audience. Facts. And that was another thing I picked up on myself, is too rappy. Like, my bars, it was just too many, and like you said, everything, even down to like the bar count, like I see everything is in a 16 right now.
12s and 8s.
12s and 8s. 8 bars. I'm like, yo, when I write it, it feels like I'm cheating. Like, is this it? Is this
whole EP over in 12 minutes, 13 minutes?
Whoa.
6 songs.
So it should be extra easy for me to create this.
But then, I mean, no, because adjusting to the mindset. Now, my thing would be, as long as it feels right, you can format stuff however you want to.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
But the relying on 16 to 24 bars is outdated, especially for anything that you want to push to the masses. There's no more 4-minute songs. And then if you think about DJs, how much of a song does a DJ play? The
Not
first verse and the hook, probably half the hook, depending,
and then it blends into,
and then it's going into the next one. So it's like you're in that age where everybody's making playlists.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nobody's listening to an album. They're taking this and putting it here.
Right. And they're creating their own.
It's a vibe list.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So there's different ways to adapt to it. You don't have to do anything.
Okay.
But just know that part of the theory of what they're doing now is get back to the chorus.
Okay.
Because with choruses being so major now, the way that they are, and they're international now because they're more melodic most of the time.
Right. Like 90% of the time.
Even if you can't understand English, you can hum with it. You can understand a melody. So
overseas,
that's what it is.
All that, and you're right. You're limiting your audience when you. That's.
But still allow your time. Still allow yourself that time where you just spit for 50 bars straight, just fucking to show them that it's real.
Right, like that.
Like, still give yourself.
I don't think I could never. I will always write that 16 and just chop it up, like, cause my thoughts not even done at 8 bars. You get what I'm saying? So,
and see, that's what gets weird, because at the 8 mark, you're figuring out how to wrap it up. As opposed to at 8, you're usually still building, and then you starting to go over the hill at,
and
10.
It's wow. This, like, I'm learning some things today. Like, wow, but it's kind of cool because, like I said, I'm used to writing so much and being so wordy to the point I'm learning how to stay in pocket even more with taking out certain words, just saying it a certain way, like, as opposed to just writing everything like an essay and I gotta get every word, they're gonna see what I mean. Like, nah,
this is a conversation that I love.
You know what I mean? Like, what the hell?
Because what happens is, the reason that the South, the Midwest, the reason that they win, and with what we don't really respect as much effort, it doesn't seem like, they're not worried about speaking in complete sentences. Music isn't even supposed to be in complete sentences.
It's really not.
But they are all about cadence, pocket, twang. They'll drag a word out of the sound natural.
Right.
They do what it takes to make it sound right. They're not worried about, like you said, the essay.
Oh my God.
And I talk to people a lot of times, and I tell them, like, if you're from where you're at now, if you can't take 3 to 5 words out of all your verses, you're lying to yourself. because there's transitional words that you have in there that's already implied that you don't have to use. You don't have to say I, she, and, the, then, certain things because it's implied and you have creative license. So you can say a word inside out if it sound right.
Okay. All right. When you put it that way, that scientific way, I get it. You get what I'm saying? Because I've always like, all right, I write like an MLA format.
Because you're intelligent. Yeah. And we're Northeast. We're in a where that's how
that's
people
usually,
speak.
All right, cool. Like in that format, especially when you're writing, you have a whole idea. You have a, substance or whatever. But just,
write it the regular way. And then go back, cross that out, cross that out. Say it again, and I guarantee you'll be in pocket better. You'll breathe better.
Yep.
They'll be able to sing along.
Right.
Because another thing, when we start writing like that, we start having to teach ourselves how to say that shit at that speed.
Oh my gosh! Then on stage trying to perform it. Do you ever write in your head and then you say it out loud? Like, what the fuck? How did I even think I could rap that out loud? Like,
I started telling people record with the intention of performing it. And
that's like rule number 1 too.
I saw a girl. She was a little heavy set, but she wasn't super big. And I don't even think weight makes a difference because I saw heavy performers go super hard.
Yeah, me too.
But she was saying, yeah, I got to work on my wind. I got to get in shape. And I said, you also control your breath when you write the song.
Yeah, for real.
Start ahead of the game.
Control.
you wrote yourself into that wall.
Take some things out. So yeah,
that's the advice that I always seen. And that's why I say I love this conversation, because it's just one of those things where it's like, as soon as I said it, I didn't have to say a lot. It ain't that technical.
Yeah, no.
You write already, so you get it. It's like,
definitely get it. I do it.
Try so hard to turn that corner where I could just take the fucking corner out.
Oh my gosh. Why do I have to say that? Like, come on, bro. Take that out. You don't have to say and then she went there and then put some style to it. Like, chill. Everything don't gotta be technical.
Find a different bounce, a different pocket. Leave that for an ad-lib. Leave that for the beat to breathe. Whatever have you. It's the shit that Hov was doing until he started telling people, man, rhyme all over that shit. And that's a different skill set.
Right.
But that's when you ain't worried about the masses.
Right.
That's when you just
going in. Like, I'm just giving
and you should always reserve the right to do that.
Right. Facts. Facts. But I definitely can see what you're saying, like, just as far as, it reaching the masses and stuff like that, and just thinking about somebody besides myself when I'm writing.
Because you also got to think for the DJs and the radio people, because the first thing they're going to say is, so what do I play that after or between? Not necessarily having a sound the same.
Right.
Just, we in a certain
the whole vibe,
certain rhythm
whole
right
energy.
now.
Yeah, I don't want you to play that record and it slows everything up. Then everybody goes to the back of the club, and then I gotta.
But your hook was crazy.
Right.
Where that's at? Cause they get it.
Right.
You know what I
mean? Exactly. Yeah, that's. Oh, makes a lot of sound feel better. Like, like, damn.
That's why I didn't want you to be so hard on yourself, because I understand the inclination to just do that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I understand that. And on these latest projects, I haven't snapped out in a while, but it's coming.
Okay.
I put out an album a few years back where the intro was just 60, 70 bars of just me talking about my life straight.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I did that on my last mixtape. I'm like, damn, can't nobody ever learn these words. This is just like...
But it meant something to you.
It did. I had to get it out. Like, I didn't care. Like, this was my story because I needed y'all to see who I was and feel me. But now it's like, okay, what else can you do? Like, come on. Like, so what is your new project? What's the vibe? Like, is it more... You said you haven't snapped out yet, so what?
With all of the 6-packs, because I had the IPA out now and the lager is the next one. The IPA is
Ew. That's all right.
The IPA was a little more upbeat. It's more of a social light project. I would kind of say, because if you know anything about IPAs, hoppy shit, that's craft beers, that's the people that's on the scene. Yeah. Lager is something that is a little more neutral pocket.
Yinglings.
You know, just the regular average, you know, but it's still gonna be some fun in there. We still partying with the lager.
Right.
But I got stouts coming. Oh. You know what I mean? We're gonna have a couple more darker records on there.
Yeah, for real. He said
but
stouts
the
coming.
balance is always gonna be there, because ultimately I don't go but so street or so dark anyway. So we just figuring out what balances, what feeds off of each other, and what makes it to where this logo fits this project based on somebody that's a connoisseur,
right?
Would understand it.
Damn, that's dope.
Yeah.
You could take that to many places, especially you're like seriously.
I'm waiting on a sample. I'm trying to get my own little brew.
That's what I thought. You know what's crazy?
What you thought this was?
Yeah, I didn't even read the label. I'm like, yo, he got his own beer.
Nah, not yet. We working on it. We know a couple microbrewers.
Okay.
Which is a big thing now. It's like a trend, and they working on some flavors. People that might do it out of a shed or a garage or a basement or
what.
But with the way that these rigs are set up, if you have the space to just set them up, you could run off cases in your garage. It just takes time, and then you have to bottle them yourself. They got the pressing machine to put this out. Like, I've looked into all of this shit. I watch shows about this shit.
Yeah, you got your whole game plan.
Yeah,
See
I'm
that entrepreneur life. I love it. I'm loving it.
That and my brand is my lifestyle. So it's like these are things I've already been into.
Right.
It's like if I had a car show, like clearly I've been looking at cars for a long time before I started the car show.
I think this is why people end up miserable at jobs, is because they're not doing what he's doing. You get what I'm saying? Like,
what you doing?
About what?
You said you a massage therapist.
Yes.
You said you got land that you about to get the hemp thing going on. Like, those things is like fulfilling.
Yeah, they really are. They're very, very, very fulfilling. Like sometimes I just go up to the beach just to shell hunt, like little things like that. I'm a nature person, so I'm an animal person, so those things are fulfilling. Is just like I said, I took a back seat with all that, like, and this was just a couple months ago. Like, so a lot of shit happened within a couple months, family shit, whatever, but like we were talking about earlier, that codependency shit, I'm learning. So that's why.
And that solved a lot of your problems.
It did. That's what I said. Just going out having fun.
It all makes sense now.
So I could get back into that. I like that. You get what I'm saying?
I like that for you, though, because with you being somebody that's so capable of providing and producing in different ways,
right? You
have to figure your boundaries out. You need
even down to massaging. Like, seriously, if you don't ground yourself before a client, like. You could take that energy home, and then you end up going home and treating people shitty that don't deserve it. Like, or just with that stank on you. Like,
I can see that. I could definitely see how, in an environment like you have to be in to massage somebody, there's a lot of exchanging of energy. And it's nothing you can really do about it.
At all.
There's no barrier. There's all touch.
Yeah.
So if they're tense, you feel it.
Yeah, it's like, damn, then are they uncomfortable?
The way they breathe.
All that.
You in tune with that. Yeah. That makes you second guess certain things. It's a lot.
Thank you. And if you're trying to relax them, slow it up, do whatever, and they're still like, I've had clients just like, damn, I can't. This got to be over. Like, this is just, or they might not be that sanitary. Like, it's just certain situations. That's why I really fell back from massage. I massage like probably one or two people. I heard that's the worst thing
about morning yoga.
What?
When you go to morning yoga at these gyms like LA Fitness and stuff, they said it's a bunch of people that was drinking last night, whatever, didn't wash up because they're about to take a shower to go to work after whatever, or they're going to take a shower here and get dressed afterwards. And they say that morning yogas, especially if you do hot yoga, and motherfuckers are still getting their morning gas and all that out.
Yeah, like, come on now. Like, nah, it's so, even with COVID and with all that, like, nah. With massage, I took, like, a little, like, nah, let me chill a little bit and find another lane. So, right now, I'm about to tap into the dispensary lane. Get some, some more knowledge on that. Because I want my own strain, I want all that, but,
Yeah, we should all have our own strains.
Yeah, by now. By now. And I need a sponsorship with Backwards.
That part.
Yeah.
Yo, I was on shout out to OLF podcast.
OLF.
Yeah, Out of Left Field podcast. And I was on there with the bros, and in their studio, which is my man's basement, there is a wall that goes around every basement full of backwood packs. Like a collage. And it goes around the whole long ass basement. You got a county house. So we were sitting there before we shot the pod, and we said, yo, I said, I heard you on live one day said you gonna quit smoking weed. And he was like, when? I said, when you said you gonna count all these backwood packs and figure out how much you spent on backwoods this year.
Oh.
And then you gonna calculate how much weed went along with that. So then we started counting. You know, it's math. You count from here across to here down.
Yep.
You can estimate,
and
right?
then you like times or some shit.
Man, this corner was like 5,000. It was like, you know what? This basement about.
Oh yeah, it's not. It's just it's beyond my scope of math.
Backwoods owes you a house.
Fucking backwards, and the prices just kept
going up. They give you less backwoods, staler backwoods.
Come on, all light. No, I'm not gonna
another
dish
50
y'all,
cent.
but it's
Another
like,
75 cents.
But shout out to Wawa.
Mm-hmm.
Cause their backwoods are like $4.90 something.
Especially in Jersey.
Yep.
Yep. Definitely that. I got a store up the street that's $5.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Talk about a blessing. And the one across the street from them is $6, so I don't ever really trip too much.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm decent. But
at least it ain't the 50. Now it's like now we regular prices.
But I used to smoke backwoods when you used to get 8 of them for $2.75 to $3.50. They used to give you 8 in a pack, and the most you paid was $3.50. If you paid $3.75 or something, you was in like the county or like at Rite Aid.
It was just like, it was some where you not supposed to get backwoods. It was just emergency.
Yeah, they probably stale because you don't nobody else go in for them.
And they're probably buried.
Mm-hmm. Mad berry and that honey pack, the honey berry pack.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, you ain't lying, yo. That's funny. That's funny.
Sorry, backwoods. I love y'all.
Nah, it's all good. But as far as it goes, me and you've had this conversation on Flyboy Friday Radio. But the beginning of your relationship with the captain of the ship, Freeway, and the Freedom Thinker situation, how do you guys come into existence?
Back in like childhood, I don't know what people consider childhood, but like I had to be like 18, 19. Around that age, we were out partying in Virginia Beach, and we linked up out there at a party. I don't remember a lot from that night because that was like my first time drinking Patron free, and I wasn't aware.
Not drinking Patron free because it's been free ever since.
No, right, but no, free. Shout out to Free because he made sure I was good, like. Because I clearly just remember walking in the club that night. But ever since then, we've been good. We've been great friends. Like, I don't know how to even... We've been friends for so long. It's so...
But just that opening statement of you saying, I was gone, and he made sure I was all right. What? It's like the fact that was so long ago,
yes,
and y'all cool now, means that happened. Means that he was a good guy, gentleman.
For real.
He was decent, and that's dope.
That was our first time meeting out there, and I was younger.
Because if it was iffy, if you forgot, but it just didn't feel right.
Yeah, I would have woke up knowing, oh, hold up.
He or somebody even just keep being around.
He kept me safe, even whoever else was around. You know, he made sure I was good. So, me and my friends. So,
it's important.
It was very, like, we just been building ever since. He was in my first video I ever shot. Like, we family. That's really, like, family.
And I get that. Yeah. That's dope. But now, to your peoples, all of a sudden, Freeway is your supporter. Here, your video. What was that like? Do you remember when it was like, yo, Free coming to the video, yo? Like, do you remember that? I ain't even
tell nobody that, but the video
I your head,
like, you know what's crazy? I never thought. I'm actually just starting to do that. Is wondering what it looks like from the outside. Like what people. I'll take what people say more about me serious, you know, which I'm like dead in that, than to actually just kind of look at their perception of how it looks like on the outside. Like, damn, would you hate on you if you was looking on the outside? Let's see.
Because clearly you've been through some situations.
You get what I'm saying? Where it would look like, damn, because these are like my friends. So you know, I'll go to other people that might not know them, and then I'm talking regular, like, you know, and I'm forgetting, like, damn, these are famous people. Or this is Freeway I'm talking about. Not everybody knows him. Like, even with my boy Bunk, that was his first time meeting him that night. And I felt like they already met just on the strength that
he'd be around.
Yeah, he'd be, exactly.
You be around, he'd be around. Y'all ain't been around the same time?
Like, how has it been this long? Like, so, yeah, I never thought, I'm just starting to do that now, like I said.
I strangely wound up in a similar situation. It was the whole GLOCAWEAR thing.
Really?
Yeah, I wound up being on GLOCAWEAR by accident, but, you know, it was a blessing. And people started expecting something different out of me. And I had a friend on, he hit me up one day, yo, I'm trying to come through. What's up, bro? Slide. You know what I mean? You got some music? Let's get it out there. He come through and he kept thanking me for still fucking with niggas and still being the same. And I'm like, you know, GLOCAWEAR is in Logan. Like, we had a storefront in the hood. Like, I ain't went nowhere, bro. I just got an obligation every week to spend a certain amount of hours here. Right. Which I benefit from after those hours just as far as the network. But, like, I ain't accomplished nothing that, like, there ain't nobody, they don't pay me to be here.
But it's like on the outside, like, damn, that nigga.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, he up there with them. He doing this. Every time it's such and such, he in the pictures. And it's like, bro, if you knew how tired I was before they said take that fucking picture, same shit we talking about earlier.
Yeah, like, I crawled out of bed to do this.
I don't even ask, especially because of the position I'm in, I don't even ask for pictures because the only thing I really want to do is, if I got to make sure that something's handled for you, I'm going to get you situated. But besides that, I'm going to salute you, tell you that we fuck with you, the city fuck with you.
Right, exactly.
And go about my way. Right. I don't be wanting that, you know, it's weird, man.
Yeah, like, damn. And it's different for guys, too.
And as much as
ask a guy for another.
And I'll give it up. I say, bro, like, for instance, Freeway or Dutch and bro, we was playing AAU ball, whole ride, we was listening to y'all.
And y'all gotta respect that. Like, come on, we grew up off you guys.
We was listening to y'all. But at the same time, at this point, we're in the same business. We kind of peers. Yes. You gotta be solid.
Yeah.
You can't be wearing people out.
Thank you. And I know y'all. Like, I feel like you know me too. You know what I'm saying? Because you get me every time I'm around. So it's that never.
But to other people, they're just seeing it, and it looks like a highlight reel to them.
Yeah, it really does.
It looks like a highlight reel to them.
It really does. I'm like, okay, but I will forever be humble. But I'm not gonna I'm gonna know my worth. You know what I mean? Definitely know my worth. I've been missing that.
Well, somebody that's been around the biggest stars in the world saw something in you. Right. There's something to say about that. You own that part. Yeah. You know what I mean? Regardless of what the look is or how it's interpreted, you earned the respect of somebody. Just like that first time we saw Joey Jahad rapping and Beans was behind him making a steak face. Yeah. Like, Joey had to be nice enough for Beans to want to get on the camera and stand behind that. Right. Man.
And put the stamp. Like,
so you earned that. And after you earned that, you reap certain benefits and not as many as they probably think. Because at the same time, I'm sure, excuse me, Freedom Thinkers Academy, you still mom sometimes in the game.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Sis, whatever have you.
That's what I am more than anything else. I be having to remind myself, like, hold up, you rap too. Hold on.
You still be able to, yo, you good? Matter of fact, I saw you boss up one night and you was damn near security.
Yeah, I forget. Damn, what night was that?
That was when we was going to Chuck's.
We was out of town?
No, we was at the same spot we was just at, but we was in the back part, and me and Son was stuck at the door. They had just let all of y'all in.
Oh,
and they wasn't letting us in.
I had to get y'all in there.
And they said, all we need is the guy to come back and tell us she good. She said, I said they good. She said, you know what? I'll be right back. I said, yo, this motherfucker about to turn up on him. And you got us in there within 5. I couldn't even get the L lit. And it was like, yo, come on. I was like, oh, all right. And it was funny because I'm standing back there. All right, Twiggy.
Got it.
I'm standing back there and I'm talking to Son. And I'm like, bro, on some real shit, if you just want to get in there, we can get in there and they can give my money back. We figure this out. Right. He like, bro, it ain't that. No. We good. I said, all right.
This is the Freedom Thinkers event. That's what it just behooves me. Like, okay, what?
Too many Chiefs. Too many Chiefs.
So, okay, everybody gotta be the man.
Your face just now was crazy.
Yeah, like, you know, so my homies gotta get in. Like,
nah, and my thing was I wanted to make sure that he was comfortable. Because at the end of the day, like, I'm here on the strength of y'all, but y'all gotta y'all on the schedule. Y'all got things. I'll get in them motherfuckers.
Right.
After I finish this L, I'll figure me out.
But I'm like, damn, they were just right there. Like, okay, so all right, then I was sent to do something. And it just, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to have to carry it heavy because this ain't my party. So I'm going to have to go there and be confident. Like, no, they good. Like, so,
because it actually works.
Yeah.
It actually works. I've gotten 10 people in parties for free because I acted like I was supposed to.
Yeah, like, no, hold up. Where the promoter? Hold up.
I'm like, yo, they good. Who are they? They with me. She's like, who is he? I guess he want to promote us. Let y'all keep guessing. I didn't hear that question.
Yeah, I didn't confirm.
And I hate to give y'all that because y'all might try that at my event, but we tight on my side. But one thing about it though, this is the business and it happens.
Yes.
It happens. It's just that y'all are running around as freedom thinkers. It's a professional situation. It's not 30 of y'all.
Yeah, no.
So it's not like y'all asking for too much. It's not like a bunch of people to control.
No.
You know what I mean? And I think that that's important to be able to navigate, especially now when everybody's just impatient and stressed out.
Yeah, and feels, that's, you just never know.
All right. So, full disclosure, we back. And HB has joined us.
Hey,
my sis,
HB.
Rhythm HB.
What's good? What's good?
If I'm not mistaken, Rhythm HB was on one of the first 3 episodes of the SippinWitSammie podcast. And we on she was on the first one. And we on 140 something now.
Get out of here.
Crazy.
So welcome back.
Thank you, man. I'm glad to be back, happy to be back, and grateful. You know the deal.
How you feel about the new setup?
It's like you're in my head. Because that's exactly what I was thinking about. I remember the only thing you had was this. And there was not that many signatures.
Nowhere near that. Nowhere near that.
Oh, it's nice, man. The vibe is great. You already know.
I appreciate it, HB. So no, one of the reasons that I thought that originally we was going to have Son of the 215 as the co-host today. You know what I mean? Because that's his sis, and I thought that would be dope for them two to be able to vibe on the camera together. But then when he got caught up, I said, you know what? I need her to meet HB. Yes. Because I need everybody to meet HB. Because HB is a special person and a great talent. You know what I mean? It comes with good energy. And you know, we all have friends that we love for certain situations, and then we have friends that we know we could take in any situation.
Right.
You know, we can take them to grandma's, or we can take them to the jungle.
Right.
You know what I mean? We can take them to the wedding with us, or we can take them to the fight.
Yep.
But you know, HB is one of those people that is like, I never think of a situation where I'm like, she's not really gonna fit that energy in that situation, because she's gonna come with her own positive energy. Right. So that's why I brought you two together.
Man, I appreciate it. You see me blushing? My cheeks is red. You can't tell, but they red. They red hot, man. I'm grateful. I appreciate it, Miss A. It's good to meet you. I already feel the energy.
Good to meet you too.
See you rolling up. I'm like, yes, this is where I need to be.
But as far as HB goes, she is on, as we spoke to, the 6-packs.
Yes.
That Ain't Easy song is HB, and she has another one that we have in the books that's coming very soon. That's going to be on another 6-pack, and
respect.
That's you know, outside of what we're going to do in the near future. But somebody that I've found myself putting a lot of energy into,
right?
Because I met her like this. She talks like that. She's gracious
Just
all the
makes
time.
You feel warm. Like,
you wouldn't even know she's a superstar.
You gotta chill around her. Like.
You see what I'm saying? You wouldn't even know she's a superstar. And when she does her thing, the last few times I've seen her perform live, I've seen her get instant fans. Like, get swarmed by people. Right. And I mean, from 6 white girls trying to buy her beers to a room full of niggas wanting features. I've seen it happen instantly the last 3 times I've seen her on stage.
Man, I appreciate you, big bro, man.
You know what I mean? Because, you know, that's when it's real, especially in Philly.
Yeah, and singers, they just,
she take you there.
So different. I know, I'm like, I got a feeling this probably one that's going to make me cry. Like,
but I missed one of your most recent performances, and you said it was a good night. So can you explain what that was and how that went for us?
Oh man, for sure.
And who was in charge of that situation?
Absolutely. I had the blessing to be booked through. Absolutely. Come on now. Hennessy.
That's
Hello, we're talking about dreams and possibilities right here.
That's it.
So yeah.
Dreams and possibilities.
Anything's possible.
Right, you feel me?
So silly,
You
yo.
caught it. Put it down.
What was the situation?
Oh man, it was I had got the opportunity to get booked with SOFAR Sounds. And it's a global platform. It's a really great it's just a great opportunity for up and coming artists. A lot of artists have actually been broken through so far, which is just really awesome because it's more than just booking. It's content. It's networking. It's opportunity to be introduced to new crowds. And the best part about it is it's all like secretive. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. So it's like secret location. You don't know who's gonna be there. It's like a mystery box kind of thing. And it's like people who are actually loyal to the brand and loyal to discovering new music and new artists.
Sound like an awesome room to be in the
meeting.
I encourage every artist who really is looking to build their network and expand their sponsorship and their support. You know what I mean? Get involved, tap in, check it out, man. It was a dope show. SOFAR Sounds.
SOFAR Sounds.
Yeah, SOFAR Sounds. And it was dope because it got me booked at City Winery. What a venue. Like, I'm looking at the calendar, right? And I'm seeing all the artists that's about to come through here, all the artists that been through there. I'm like, holy.
Sue just did City Winery recently.
Absolutely. You already know what kind of level she's on.
It's a big deal.
Level she's on. You caught that?
Shout out to Sue that, man. The Queen
straight up.
Killed it the other night, too.
And it's crazy because it was a whole nother crowd. You feel me? It's a very, very lighthearted crowd.
Light-skinned crowd.
You feel me? you always putting it down for me.
Hey man, I can say it. Like, if you can't say it, I can. It's cool.
You know how
I am saying.
Hello.
Congratulations.
And we sipping with Sammie. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It was a great opportunity, especially, considering all the craziness in the city right now. I had sung like a set that I'm real, I feel like fit the narrative of today, but it was lighthearted, you know what I mean? And it was just really received. Like, it was good vibes.
What songs did you do? I'm intrigued.
Oh, man.
Because I done seen enough HB sets. I want to see which way she went.
You probably know what I did because you was there at the first joint.
So you did the same thing you did the week before?
I mixed it up a little bit because it was a stripped down show. You know what I mean?
But we ain't do ain't easy.
Stripped down like stripper.
No, I haven't done that yet. But I got a song for that.
I'm like, she should get on Jocelyn's Cabaret.
Stop playing. I just got put on in that. I'm on episode 3.
Yeah.
It's too much.
She did say that, though. She said that.
I can hear your voice on that soundtrack, though. I really
like it's about to be day. Let me not do too much. I don't want to get y'all.
Hey, man.
Straight.
We good. We good.
Nah, but yeah. So I did one of my songs, "Love Right," that I wrote to Kendrick Lamar's Swimming Pools. And they loved it. I did "Love Right," "Feeling Godlike," which is out right now on all streaming platforms.
Say that.
"Ride for You," which is really booming right now. You definitely got to check that out. It's one of the first
ones that popped up when I was trying to find your music for Miss A.
Listen, man.
That was the first one?
No, I didn't play it. I was looking for a specific song.
Okay.
Yes, you
I played What's Up and I played Ain't Easy because they was two completely different vibes.
Exactly. And so it's crazy because we did Ain't Easy at the show the week before
that.
Okay. Because, it fit the vibe.
Right.
And we wanted to bring a story too.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like with that, and then I finished off a prayer song. You know what I mean?
That's my shit.
So it fit the narrative.
Gotta have a prayer song. It's like a reggae type.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I connected with the band who made the original song.
Dope.
They're from Paris, bro, and I connected with them through freaking Instagram. Like, social media, no lie, it's a blessing and a curse.
You was looking for them, and you found them, or they found you?
Them.
Dope.
No, I found them because
it's initiative.
Respect,
yeah, absolutely. I respect that. I like that.
The music was beautiful, and I was all corny. I was like, I hope I get to make music with you guys one day.
I would have said the same thing.
I mean, and when you're speaking internationally, you kind of got to be dry about it.
Yeah,
anyway,
because they speak French.
You want to be straightforward.
Okay, like the word, like the.
You don't want to talk. You don't want to say no cool shit because they might misconstrue it.
Okay.
So you say blatantly what you mean.
Yeah, I was, and I love their music, and and I sent them the link. Mm-hmm. And they were like, yo, good vibes, sis, blah. Yeah, we definitely work together one day after COVID and all that crap. But yo, it was
now you got a reason to go over there.
Yeah, for sure. Because now we connected. We're an actual network now. We connected. So
talk about it.
I put it in my mind. Like one day, man, like, and they're a beautiful, dope reggae band. Dope reggae band.
It's a good vibe, yo. I like them.
Yeah.
I'm glad you found them. I'm glad that you cared enough to find them. I keep telling people that, like, we talk about these YouTube beats all the time, and you picking a YouTube beat that has 200,000 streams on it, which means there's 2,000 people that's made a song to it. Probably 150 made fire to it. Somebody actually leased the motherfucker.
Facts.
And when you put it up, it's going to get flagged.
Facts.
So you just wasted time and energy and studio time.
And good lyrics.
Oh, put studio time towards it.
Yeah.
It's like just
might as well just license the bitch.
Just pay Ace the Chemist.
Right.
Let him hear that vibe.
That too.
Let him make you something. Make him make you something fresh that fits. You know what I mean? But like you have to take that or do the one step further, like you did. Actually reach out to this person whose page this is.
Genius.
Say, yo, I love what you did here. Is it still available? And if not, can we figure something out very similar to it? Or can we link up on another level and I buy a pack off you? I get 5 or 10 off you. You know what I mean? But take the extra initiative to acknowledge, because these motherfuckers, they're only asking you for $50 to $150 between leasing, renting, and buying the beats, right?
Yep.
They are getting played with for the other 100,000 people that listen to their beat that didn't acknowledge anything about them, never did nothing, and tried to put a sound effect over all they drops. Because you know they put the drops through the beats for a reason.
Yeah, they're tagging the beats.
They tag they beat, motherfucker. Chop your tags out.
Yep.
They do. I was in a session where I seen somebody, just chop the tag out. But the boy was smart though. He put it on every every really important part.
Yeah, like nah, you can't do nothing.
Not gonna do that
it's
to
like,
the
just
boy.
license it. Just pay the little $30, $50, whatever they asking for half the time.
That's it.
They giving you a buy two get one. It's like, I don't know.
It's all type of plays, and when you build relationships, there's a couple ways it goes. This people might think of you because now they know your sound, so now they might send something directly to you that's like, yo, I had this in mind for you.
Thanks.
And then there's the other side of it that I forgot, but I'll get it back.
It's gonna come back. It's gonna come
but either way, it's like, oh yeah, we all go through things.
Yep.
So it might be a time where I got some bills, or it's Christmas, or I gotta pay my lawyer, and I could say, hey, I send you 5 beats for a bean. I just need it by tomorrow. I do that 10 times. That's a couple of hours. You know what I mean? But if they don't have a relationship, if they don't know who's interested, then you're not one of the people they're reaching out to.
Yeah, facts.
You see what I'm saying? You never know. It might be that one day you get that call you was waiting on. Like, oh, we lit. Book 5 hours. Come to the booth. Boy gave me that fuego for the low. I need $20 a head and we in there.
You go through hard times and I got that heat.
No, it happens all the time. It happens because we all know producers. HB produces. Really? She engineers also.
Yeah, I produce my own work.
And if that's your gift, that's also your hustle.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Nothing's absolute.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Man, I've tried that hustle. It's not for everyone.
It's not. It's like being a barber or a bartender.
Yeah. Ooh.
It takes a certain mentality to be able to put up with all of these kind of personalities and a lot of bullshit that technically comes part of course.
Yeah, that's
the hardest thing to reconcile with for a lot of people. Like, no, this actually is what everybody's going through that's doing this shit until you get to a certain point.
For me, it's like distraction. on some real shit. It's just like I'm at a point right now where at first I was like, oh yeah, I'm set up my beat stars and I set it up. I put like a couple tracks out, they get their plays, you know, maybe one day somebody might buy it, who knows, you know. But what I realize is as an artist, you have to understand the direction you want to take yourself.
Absolutely.
And I realized that through experimentation, networking, building with other people and producing and all that, I'm more in a space where I want to just produce my sound and continue to build on that.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
Because that's for now. And it could be forever.
I like that. And
it could be forever, but it's for now.
And it works.
It's for now. It's similar to what we was talking about before you got here. As many things, as many hats as she wears, like she said, there was a time when she had to step back and realign things. And then when she comes back with a mentality of, this is how I want to do things. I want to have more fun in my music. I want to do things like that. That's important for you to be able to recognize before you get caught up in the shuffle of the bullshit in the business. Because you're not the bullshit in the business. You're a creative.
That's it.
You're creative. We got to allow ourselves, just like if it's called being selfish, you say, I'm not producing for nobody for a while. You might wake up one day and say, I don't feel like recording. Y'all can have all these motherfuckers.
Right. But you know what you want your sound to sound like.
And you can hoard that.
Creative control. Like, that's just amazing to me.
And that's the shit we hate.
Yeah, like
because I gotta explain to somebody my idea or hope that they on my wavelength. Your ass get to go in there and be like, I feel like this.
And I'm gonna write something and I'm gonna put it out.
I'm crying.
And it'll come together.
You said like this because
I feel like when you do both well, when you do both at a certain level, the worst you're gonna get is at 85%.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be almost there. You know, there's some songs that's like, yo, that's damn near perfect. Like when you hear them, and I'm talking about mainstream shit it's a lot of mainstream shit that you like, I get it. But then there's joints you hear where it's like, that's almost a perfect record.
Oh yeah, for
sure. Like that was just like, this is gonna be around the next time the dinosaurs show up because it's just so perfect.
Yep.
And when you produce your own, you're so much closer to that. Because we have to build synergy with producers and engineers, and hopefully it's the same person.
Oh,
there's so much beauty in that too.
That's
though.
like a dream come true
and
right there. And
though.
they know your sound, like, and they know, like, no, you ain't even gotta say nothing. And they're not even
Shout out to Ace the Chemist.
You're like, oh yeah, let me.
Rest in peace,
I know what I'm gonna
Faust.
say already.
Okay.
You know, it's beats like that out there, but not everybody will bring them out of you.
Absolutely.
Not every producer. So it is a blessing when you find a producer you can actually lock in with, and that's an engineer.
Now, one of the things that we talked about when Miss A introduced herself, she said that she's a FEMCEE, which I love the term.
Respect.
But when I said what I said to her was like, I love the term, but now things are so weird. I never know who accepts that term to describe themselves, so I don't get to like really use it. Until
like on some gender stuff.
I mean, not even like that. Like, I'm an MC.
Right.
Why you gotta make me a female? Like, why does it have to be?
Like,
why can't
if you call somebody a FEMCEE and they take it like
there's people that's like, I rap with niggas all day, and it's like, I'm not just out here trying to be cute. So why you say film? See, like it's feminine bars. You know what I mean? Like there's a gray area there that's like, you know what? Just say you dope. Like you dope or you ain't. But now you narrowing the margins because you even dope or you ain't.
Right. That's the bottom line. You can call it what you want to call it.
But what do you think about like just things like that? Like for her to say she a FEMCEE should be something that is a big deal. But
absolutely,
I also understand somebody that wants to be recognized as like, yo, I just get busy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can't tell me, yo, he dope for a Philly nigga. Because that sound crazy to me.
Right.
That would sound crazy to me.
For, like, what do you
so
mean?
I get it.
Right, okay.
Because at the same time, we see what women are capable of. We see what Miss A do. We see what HB do.
Right.
But is there ever a time where it's like, you know what? It's just an accolade, yo.
Yeah.
I guess, can I ask you this, though? Is it more of like a historical understanding of hip hop as to why you kind of identify that way?
It's a great question.
Like, it's more of like that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's where I see a difference. Where today's
understanding
it's more of today's like
right,
you know
I was
rappers.
Lost,
it's
like,
the reason I brought this back up because I wanted to because we was on two different sides of it, and I'm like, you could probably figure out the
right.
It's just my perspective. I feel like with younger cats, they don't really identify with that because they don't really.
They're not connected.
They're not digging through no. They don't know the history, or they wasn't really around it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're in a space where things are readily available, and like they're not really attached. Whereas back, at least my generation, you know, you know what I mean? Like I have attachments to certain eras.
Right.
I have attachments to certain situations.
Yes.
Like,
did you like Sade?
Excuse me?
Like was you like was you like was you a stan? No, because you know
come on. You heard him. You heard him over there.
My sister was a Sade stan. I used to think my sister was depressed. Like yo
chill. It's
mind you, I love the music.
Right,
but it used to be like, yo, man. But you don't you got a different bop, but you could get in that you got that
man bad.
You get there, you got that.
I love it, man. I love it because my whole thing is I'm attached to the people that just disrupted the
so
frequency.
Name some. You name some.
Sade is one of them. Like I said, unique sound.
I need some names from both of y'all that stand out as far as when y'all heard them. And we gonna just stick to females for now.
Okay.
That
just the
when
females?
you heard them and you was like, yo, that is different. That's monumental for us. Like that's what I aspire to do. Not in that way, but as a you know, as a creative myself. Okay. What was those moments? Because generation, you know.
Oh man.
Different. Every 5 years is a different one.
Sound
right?
so cliche though.
No, the cliches are cliches for a reason. I need people to understand that.
Hey.
Cliches are cliches for a reason.
True.
They always find a fucking excuse to get used. Mm-hmm. That means that they work. So go ahead, because you said Sade, but
I want to hear from Miss A.
You said you wanted to do some Missy Elliott type of shit.
I was getting ready to bring like that whole.
Come on with it,
Aaliyah.
You mentioned Aaliyah
that
earlier.
Was like I said,
disrupted.
Just down to the dancing, down to their whole movement with Missy and how Timberland, all them. That
Aaliyah's your style too. A very pretty light skinned girl that like baggy jeans and motherfucking jerseys.
She was smooth as hell,
but it still looked good. She was still sexy to us. Like it didn't take anything away. I think that's a misconception too. Like I've seen a girl at the Greek with the most clothes on at the Greek. Baddest thing I seen all day. She had on like linen pants and a white button up that was halfway buttoned up, and it was just like, yo, she was.
Like, and I got clothes on,
and everybody naked. So now you the highlight.
Right.
It's weird, but yeah. So Aaliyah, Missy. What about you? You said Sade.
So I gotta think on this because believe it or not, I listen to a lot of like. It's crazy. I listened to like mad male R&B singers growing up.
So give me a couple of them.
But I do want to give you some women though.
Because I want the moment, like the one that you was like, yo, that's that.
Oh, Lil' Kim.
Oh.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Don't fuck with Lil' Kim. Even today.
Yeah, even today.
How sexy is that? Like, you know what I'm saying? A woman that you just you could not on no level, whoever you think you are, mess with because of the confidence, the loyalty, and what the loyalty has brought to her.
Yes.
No.
This woman stood, I was keeping up with the whole joint, and when she did her time, I was like, yo, she's the most thorough out here. Yeah, and it wasn't even like the whole like, oh my God, she's going to go. It was more so the fact that she had a code of ethics as a person and as a woman. She had a code of ethics.
And she wasn't taking a fall for some nigga.
Right.
She just was like, yo, I don't do that.
She stuck to her code of ethics despite
it wasn't some nigga left her with a bag. She made a decision.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And she did, but she did her time in Philly too, and they love her.
I don't know what it is about Lil' Kim, and I love how people react to Lil' Kim too, like the diehards. When you start hearing anything, Lil' Kim, it's crazy.
Did you see her
That's
show?
my disruptor.
Did you see her show? She did a girls trip or something like that. Girls vacation.
No,
Yeah.
it's recent.
No, it was like 2 years ago. But her personality is so damn cute. Like she really is. You could tell she is like a, I don't know. Like,
She's a sweetheart.
She's a sweetheart.
Kim is a sweetheart.
Yeah,
and one thing that, if you don't know, you gotta know is when Puff was going through all of that shit after the shooting, he was on Kim couch crying every day, chilling every day, fucking up her living room, trying to figure out his situation because she's the mother, she's the sister, she's that, like, and she knows how to. She doesn't have a problem being that even at her highest level,
right?
Because if you think about who Kim was when he went through the breakup with J-Lo and was going to court and all of that, Kim was it. Kim was no time for fake one.
Yeah,
like, it was lit.
Yeah, this is
remember the first time you saw that video with the escalator?
Oh man.
It was just so monumental for that time. Just the color of it.
Yeah,
she disrupted
she really
shit.
did.
Like she
and
caught
Rihanna.
attention.
She started.
I love Miss A.
Rihanna.
I think
Rihanna. Absolutely.
I think Rihanna is one of them that
Absolutely.
like the fact that her tribe is called the Navy is perfect because niggas be looking at Ree like, yo, you a whole gangster. Like Ree boss up on every level. From when you first seen her front row at the show when she just got off stage smoking a joint, sitting on somebody's shoulders, knowing that the cameras was on her.
Yes.
Nip slip.
It's just it's just gangster. It's like I'm out here.
I'm with it.
I'm with the people. I'm one of y'all. And even on the way to $1 billion, she never made you feel like she went away from being one of y'all.
Right.
She done did a lot in these last 2 years. It still feels like she gets it.
Yep.
If that's the thing. She gets it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
No, but I think that that's dope because, I mean, I could say my influence as far as the way that I attack music, a lot of it comes from motherfuckers like Mystical and Busta.
Mystical, absolutely.
Because I can't really,
Right.
I can't really do what they do, but I know what they did on tracks that was full of beast that made them stand out.
Right.
Busta still
Yeah.
doing shit.
You know what I mean?
the
Like you
fundamentals
always
of it.
remember, rah rah, like a dungeon dragon. See your little draws. It was 8 other monsters on there, and you don't remember they verses like that.
Can't be duplicated either.
You know what I'm saying? Then you get a Mystical. He's on a move, bitch, with Luda. And Luda's going nuts on his joint. And Mystical don't even rap. He said, "Here I come, here I go. Oh, don't jump, bitch, move."
See the headlights.
What we say earlier about cadence and less words,
Yeah.
that's the verse that the whole club knows. Luda went nuts before that.
Yeah, he
He
definitely
said a
did.
lot. Of,
Matter.
he said a lot of
It
words.
doesn't matter.
He gave us mad
I'm like, oh
words.
shit, hold up.
So when I'm in a
Right.
situation where I'm like, I know niggas is going crazy, I know how to stand out. And it's not y'all, you know my energy on music. I don't have to force it. It's like I'm gonna just turn up. But the way I'm gonna turn up is going to be in a way that's going to be like, here you go again. You know what I mean?
It's your sound too.
I'm listening.
You got a sound.
I'm
You have a unique sound. And I don't know. It
No,
doesn't.
I might learn something. She talking.
No, it is. I was listening to a few tracks. I was listening to like all of it. It's this sound, this gritty, but it's bright. Like I don't know, like how to explain it, but
Sounds like Philly.
yeah, but it's
Right.
because with it all,
Right.
it's a formula with everything included, like the sound, the cadence, and you're a storyteller. I noticed that a lot of them, your music,
'cause I'm
you're
old.
telling a story. You say you old
Come back from them days of rap. But yeah.
when it mattered, right? When niggas was listening to get through.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hello?
We always supposed to learn.
Come on. I don't know. I want to hear a little bit about Miss A because I honestly like I would not have expected to like for you to be a lyricist, rapper, or even in that. You know, what I'm saying?
Nobody ever does.
I
Answer
know
some
how,
questions. Go ahead, talk to Miss A. You
I'm-
co-hosting.
I'm
You know what I'm
hearing
saying?
shit.
Because I'm more. You know,
I just wanted to dig into you, but you co-hosting. You
we
back to her.
Don't dig it. Yeah, you know all of that back and forth. Y'all know y'all got me drinking this Hennessy. What I say? Dreams and possibilities.
Perfect.
Yes. Look.
Perfect.
Hello.
Shout out to Sippin with Sammie.
Shout out, y'all see that?
Shout out to y'all, man.
I love
Concert
these.
series will be out by the time y'all see this. Check it out on my YouTube page. HB is one of the featured artists in the first ever Sippin with Sammie concert series. Stone Cold
So
vibe.
excited.
Yes.
But go ahead, HB.
Man, listen. So like, first of all, you from Philly?
Jersey.
You from Jersey?
South Jersey.
So Jersey's music scene, I'm understanding, is raw as shit.
They producers is ridiculous in South Jersey. All the major producers for the East Coast is from South Jersey.
Raw is crazy.
Up this side.
I'm from Boston originally, so like I came to Philly like I think like 2013, like late 2013. Right. You know what I mean? So the music scene, I'm starting to understand the history behind the music scene.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially like, you know, big bro, you know what I mean? And I'm like, you know, being around some space, I'm really starting to understand that. So like, back to the topic of FEMCEE.
Right.
And like how we talked about like, you know, the historical background.
Right.
Like, can you kind of like speak a little bit more on that, like on your experience?
I got rich people problems. Yeah. Like when it comes to artistry, I literally figured out the other day I have rich people problems. Like,
please.
And I feel like I sound like Sue Surf saying this shit, but I'm at the point where it's like it's so many things that I'm doing. I have a lot of options to do a lot of other things, and my frustration is how to balance that. My frustration is how to prioritize
Cheers
that.
To that.
My frustration is things like, and when I say that's not a wealth thing, when I say rich people problem, I'm talking about like you fight for your plate to be full.
Yep.
Then you mad because you can't eat everything on the fucking plate, but everything looks great on the plate.
And you were that hungry.
I love it.
I might not even taste that crab dip at all.
Right.
But it's on the table, my nigga.
But it's right. It's on my plate.
Yeah.
But the steak is whamming right now, and these taters and the spinach is doing something that like I don't know if this crab dip gonna fit tonight. And that's literally what it's become, because there's, you know, I got time. I'm not gonna act like I'm overwhelmed.
Right.
But at the same time, energy and time is everything. Right?
Balance.
So what makes the most sense? How do you balance that? So when I don't want to sound like I'm complaining, but rest in peace to Chris Cotton. I was at this point right before he passed when I saw him at a concert and told him, bro, I'm trying to weigh some options. I need to do some figuring. He said, what you doing tomorrow evening? And he pulled up here the next evening, and we chopped it up, and the next thing I knew, he passed. So it's like, but he told me what I needed to hear at the time based on what was going on at the time. I've moved to another sector to the point where Double D asked me what my next move was.
Damn.
And then he passed right after that.
Much love, Double D, man.
You see what I'm saying? Like right after he asked me.
That's crazy to me. Yeah,
like y'all, like when you be like it be love and all that, I'm telling you, you make it easy. But I'm paying so much shit forward that I can't even be slighted by if it don't come back or not.
Right, yeah.
The marathon is the marathon.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Like either like, you know, some people stop on the side to throw up. Some people go take a shit. Some people go drop out. Somebody go catch a cab.
Yep. You can't look back.
Whoever's still in the race, we gonna celebrate together no matter what place you come in when we get to the finish line.
Amen.
Say that.
And I don't mean to try to sound deep, but this is literally how I think, because you have to reconcile a lot of this shit in your head.
Yeah, seriously.
Because there's a lot of creation of opportunities, there's a lot of information that goes around, and there's no record of any of this.
No.
So you get what you get from it. Nobody owes you shit at the end of the day.
No. And nobody's coming to magically save you.
Ever.
Just because you can rap.
Or just because you
talent. You know?
Or you got a good business mind. Like, you have to keep your if there's no bait in the water, there's nothing to catch. You know what I mean? Nobody just owes you feed.
Yeah. Seriously.
Too many people in the world to do that. And then you got your inner circle, you got your immediate family. Like,
and that's why
I want to earn it. Like, that's the fun in it, is earning it.
Because that's when people will actually start to believe you.
But I think all three of us have similar personalities, into which we're not people that necessarily chase attention. And we're not always comfortable with attention.
Say that's the sexual anxiety. That part.
But
that part.
We're all in positions where attention is the last thing that you can avoid.
Okay. Yeah, it's like you gotta do it.
But we're blessed that most of it is positive.
Right, facts.
Mostly it's positive.
Yes.
Outside of somebody that might assume, like somebody might say, oh, she's stuck up because she light skinny, whatever.
Yeah, of course.
Like, anybody that deal with you is not going to say that. Nah. You see what I'm saying? So we get the outside of that.
Right.
But outside of that, when like I remember my mom being at a funeral and seeing a young man whose family was, you know, he was a teenager, but his family was the family involved in the funeral, and she said, "I love his disposition."
Dude.
You know what I mean? Well, what's disposition? Because I'm about his age and I don't know what the fucking disposition is. And clearly he doing something I'm not, because you ain't never said that word to me.
Damn.
I don't know shit, because my mom always told me I was great. Like, but it was just one of those things that is like, it's not a, you know, people just see things in people.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, mentoring these kids, just being decent to them. Sometimes that kid that you think don't listen to nobody, he'll listen to you because you kind of sound and look like his uncle that he ain't seen in 10 years.
Thank you. And I always treated him with respect.
It's a trigger in a positive way.
Yeah.
And he might push back out of fear.
Right.
But he wants that.
Positive reinforcement. Is that right?
No, it's part of it. It's a major part of it. But I think that, like, we have to recognize these things. Like, the I'm not a role model mentality don't exist no more. Yeah. If everybody's a star, then everybody's a role model. Because if you can go on Instagram and tell me you a star, then what does them kids on your block see every day?
That part.
Why even sign
Oh, wait. I need a chime the next time I come here.
It was like
just
sound
I need
Yeah, I'm talking too much. I'm talking too much.
No, you dropping jewels.
No. Please. It needs to be said.
Nah, y'all are SippinWitSammie.
No, because real shit, because let me tell you something. The artistry thing to me personally is my way of communicating to the world. Because I may not be the best communicator in real life.
But I feel like you're intentional about that.
Because I
feel like you're topic based.
I appreciate that.
As far as lifestyle goes.
I appreciate you, especially recognizing that too, because I feel that I am, because it's easier for me to channel my creativity into those topics that I am passionate
because your
about.
energy could go any way, so you're responsible for making sure we get here today.
Where's my chime?
No, I get it. This why on some real shit, as much as I might talk to y'all off the pod, I get so much sometimes on the pod that I'm still learning while they learning.
Yeah.
Because it's coming together for me.
You know, and it's crazy. I did this thing a couple years ago where I actually taught a creative writing workshop. Okay? Like, in real life, I probably have no business teaching no workshops to no kids. But, you know what I'm saying? So I taught this creative writing workshop. It was a summer thing.